What's up, guys? Lo here, coming at you with part 7 to my Skyrim series. Believe it or not, this is like the 4th take. I've recorded this before, and unfortunately I had to deal with some background noise, and I didn't want my sister started cooking for one thing, and fire alarms started going off, and fire alarms are loud, and I didn't want you guys to have to deal with that. Don't want to deafen my viewers or anything like that, so I decided to just start over. So we're halfway through Bleak Falls. We're about to find this dragon tablet or whatever it is, and yeah, be on our way, and let's not waste any time. Get this fireball and go and go on our little merry way. Yeah, if it seems like I'm breezing through here, it's because I've done this like 4 times already. Not included the previous playthroughs, but yeah. What can you do? But these fire alarms here are just horrible. You actually just cook and these things go off. It's not even smoke in the house, it's just the smell of simmering meat or something like that will set off the alarm. And these alarms are loud. Like, you can hear these things from outside. They are terrible. And to add insult to injury, there's one in each room, so and they all go off simultaneously. It's like, terrible, 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 terrible. But I tried before to go on the tangent that I had about cartoons or anime and manga and stuff like that, about one of my pet peeves with them. It's not that I hate them. I actually enjoy watching cartoons, well, animated cartoons, superhero cartoons like the Justice League, and manga, reading manga and watching anime. But there's always this one problem that I have with them, and this is not a really big problem, but I'm pretty sure that some of you will actually agree with me about it. And it's about the main protagonist. Even shows like great anime that I grew up with, such as Dragon Ball Z, suffer from this problem, where the protagonist becomes so absurdly strong that the supporting cast means absolutely nothing. They're just there to, you know, commentate on the whole fight and just watching all as the hero and the villain duke it out to the death. And what my problem about that is just there's not much character development in the supporting characters part. You have all these great characters. Let's take a well-known anime. I'm pretty sure that most people that are most of the folks that are watching this grew up with Dragon Ball Z. Let's take that for instance. You had Goku, who was pretty strong at first. He was pretty strong, I'm not gonna lie, but he wasn't overpowered to the point where the other characters were just worthless. It's like there was a point where Krillin could actually keep up with Goku. There was a point where Tien can actually keep up with Goku, and Yamcha could keep up with Goku to a degree. And then you move on to Dragon Ball Z, and the only characters that matter are Um, Piccolo had his moments of glory for up until the Cell Saga, the Android Saga, when he fought 17, and after that, even he fell into sort of worthlessness after that, and it got to the point where if you weren't a Saiyan, if the character wasn't a Saiyan, they were just absolutely and totally useless in the fight. Let's see. Bear, moth, cocoon. Let's do this first before I continue on with my little tangent here. Bear. Moth. Okay. And there we go. But yeah, characters that I actually enjoy, like Tien. I don't even think that Shao Tsu really did anything worth mentioning, but Tien, Krillin, he became. It got so bad with Krillin and Yamcha that they became the butt of most Dragon Ball Z jokes. Team 4 Star really sort of just annihilated them with the jokes. But yeah, it's gotten so bad to the point where if Goku is down, if Goku died of a heart attack, the whole world ends. It's like no one else stands a chance. Even characters like, eventually it got to the point where Vegeta even admitted, oh, learned the word of power, there we go. It got to the point where even Vegeta admitted that, Goku is the strongest in the universe, and I'm not sure if he said that exactly to the point where he said that he was never going to be able to defeat Goku, but it's kind of like the vibe when he was fighting Kid Buu. It was like he couldn't understand how Goku got so powerful. He finally understood why Goku was so powerful and went on this whole speech about how he overcame the impossible odds and stuff like that. And it got to the point where you're kind of just like, well, what happened to the other people? It's like, it's not like they stopped training or anything like that. I understand that Dragon Ball Z, the Saiyans, when they came close to death, their strength multiplied immensely, according to Vegeta, and it was proven through the numerous times Vegeta got beaten up, Goku got beaten up, and their power levels just skyrocketed. But then it got to the point where it's just that you think that when you establish characters in your series, you'd at least develop them a little bit more. I guess another example would be Naruto. I enjoy Naruto. It's a good manga. I still read it, but it also falls victim to this same problem, to the point where if you're not Naruto or Sasuke, you don't stand a chance in any sort of fight. Naruto started off as a beginning, and I really enjoyed the whole zero to hero sort of story. But it got to the point where, Naruto surpassed everyone. Just he's even stronger than Tsunade, the Hokage. He's even stronger than the Hokage, the current Hokage that they got. It's a mess to me. And it started off like that too. Actually, it's like the fact that he had the nine-tailed spirit inside of him at least ranked him in strength once he learned how to control it, or when he went into rage mode with the nine tails, when he became possessed by the nine-tailed fox. that he became as strong as a Jonin. And before you guys say, no, he wasn't as strong as a Jonin before, Haku, Zabuza's, I guess you could say, adopted child or something like that, or don't even want to get into the whole lover thing, but yeah, it got to the point where he was able to take out Haku with little to no effort at all. And Haku, according to Zabuza, was able to take out Jonin level ninja without much of a problem anyway. So, yeah. Naruto at the beginning of the series was as strong as a Jonin when he was possessed by the Nine Tails. It wasn't just like he was up there all willy-nilly. He was just... But once he was able to control it, he was able to fight on par with so-called geniuses such as Neji, who were eventually knocked out of the Chunin exams by Naruto. And then when he left the train with Jiraiya some more during the time skip, I believe, because I don't remember much from the beginning of Shippuden. And when he came back, it became surrounded with recovering Sasuke, and because of that, the other characters suffered. My favorite arc in the Naruto series had to be the Chunin exams and the Sasuke retrieval arc, simply because we weren't focused on just two characters. We were focused on, let's say, we saw Hinata fight. We saw pretty much everyone fight. We even saw Sakura and Ino fight, the two, at the time, most worthless characters on the show. But yeah, it's like, I guess we'll just continue on with the stories before I start ranting on too much about it.
You see, the terminology is clearly First Era or even earlier. I'm convinced this is a copy of a much older text, perhaps dating to just after the Dragon War. If so, I could use this to cross-reference the names with other later texts.
Good. I'm glad you're making progress. My employers are anxious to have some tangible answers.
Oh, have no fear. The Jarl himself has finally taken an interest, so I'm now able to devote most of my time to this research.
Time is running, Farengar, don't forget. This isn't some theoretical question. Dragons have come back.
Yes, don't worry. Although the chance to see a living dragon up close would be tremendously valuable. Now, let me show you something else I found. Very intriguing. I think your employers may be interested as well. Ah, yes, the Jarl's protege. Back from Bleak Falls Barrow. You didn't die, it seems.
You sound surprised.
Ah, the Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. Seems you are a cut above the usual brutes the Jarl sends my way.
I got the Dragon Stone. What next?
That is where your job ends and mine begins. The work of the mind, sadly undervalued in Skyrim. My associate here will be pleased to see your handiwork. She discovered its location by means she has so far declined to share with me. So your information was correct after all. And we have our friend here to thank for recovering it for us.
You went into Bleak Falls Barrow and got that? Nice work. Just send me a copy when you've deciphered it.
Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby.
There we go.
You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
About to encounter our first dragon, or fight our first dragon.
So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would have come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Ireland, we'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
One last thing, Ireland. This isn't a death or glory mission. I need to know what we're dealing with.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution.
Alright, let's get to it.
I've seen you helping the Yard. If only all visitors to Whiterun were.
Alright, so we're going to fight this dragon. But first, I need to sell some of these items to lighten my load. But let me continue my tangent about overpowered characters and the lack of development for the supporting cast. We have blank slates such as Eno was pretty much a blank slate. Tintin is especially a blank slate. To the point where you absolutely know nothing about her except for the fact that she's a ninja that utilizes a ton of weapons in her jutsu. And that's kind of disappointing because I'd really like to know more about these characters. And then you have the...
What's the matter? You can't stand the sight of a strong Nord woman?
Then you have the idea that these guys, you see glimpses of how much they've developed, like the fact when Hinata fought Pain, which wasn't really much because it was a one-sided battle anyway. You didn't really get to appreciate how much stronger she got. But yeah, I really want to see how. I'm pretty sure that Naruto wasn't the only one that trained for those 4 or 5 years that he went missing. It's like, what happened to the other Genin? What did they go through, and how powerful did they get to that point? But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we're ever going to find out anytime soon.
Welcome to War Maidens. Now we've got small weapons as well. Take a look.
Okay, yeah, I know how to do that already. There's another, I could probably talk about Bleach, but then again, I haven't watched this series enough to actually talk about it. But from what I've seen, it suffers from the same thing. Ichigo, who wasn't, from what I've seen, Ichigo, who wasn't nearly as strong as Byakuya, eventually, after a couple of days worth of training, he got the strength of he got on the level as a captain and was able to defeat him after a few days of training. And I mean, I can accept one moment where the character actually, you know, increases his power by, you know, several times over. You know, maybe one time, but then you had another moment when, you know, I don't know, it's just, I remember seeing this meme that it was a demotivational poster. It was a picture of Ishiko in his visor form, I believe that's what it's called. And at the bottom it said overpowered surprises being done since Goku. And you know, it's kind of true. It's just like when the protagonist, it's gotten to the point where the main protagonist has something up his sleeve to when he's about to be defeated by someone that's stronger than him. He can't get defeated. He won't be defeated simply because he has this trump card that he hasn't really learned how to utilize yet, and it's become so cliche to me and annoying. I would really like to see at one point that, you know, that maybe someone comes in to help him, or actually see him get defeated. I want to see actual character development. I mean, I enjoy the whole Super Saiyan moment when, you know, he becomes so mad that they unlock this hidden power, but I don't know. Let me just continue playing. Huh, where's the... Oh, there they are.
No signs of any dragon right now. It sure looks like he's been here. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened. And if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what we're doing.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Procky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
Guardsman, what happened here? Where's this dragon? Quickly now!
I don't know. Kinneret, save us. Here he comes again.
Where is he?
Here he comes! Find cover and make every arrow count!
You guys aren't doing a good job of finding cover. You're still standing outside in the open. Oh, there we go. This is gonna be our first dragon soul. Where'd he land? Oh, there he is. Just in case. Come on. I'm really sure my magic is doing oh no. fly. Pretty intense. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Let's see, level up. Magica. See, illusion is pretty much useless in this fight, but I'll get it anyway. There's not much I can get in illusion. Uh-oh, there's my music right there. See, I don't have any frost spells. I've been using mostly shock and fire. Put that in there. There we go. And I'm absorbing your power! Well, it looks like he ate some guards. He got some armor here and some boots. But what I want are the dragon scales and the gold. And there we go. We absorbed our first dragon soul.
I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn.
Dragonborn? What do you mean?
In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power.
Oh yeah, I totally did that. I think you may be right.
There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Dragon? What are you...
Alright. I guess I should fulfill my promise that I made in the previous episode and actually explain to you what dragon shouts are. Alright. So, shouts are... I guess you can call them an additional playstyle to, you know, being a mage, warrior, and a thief. You can also utilize these things called shouts, which are pretty much an extra power that you get by speaking the words of the dragon, speaking the language of the dragon. You can utilize these shouts. Though these things aren't really limited to the use of the Dragonborn does have the innate ability to absorb the dragon's soul and learn shouts much faster than that of a normal person. In fact, Ulfric's Stormcloak and the Greybeards, I believe that's what they're called, they have shouts as well, but they aren't able to learn them as quickly as the Dragonborn can. Alright, so we absorbed our first dragon soul, and that actually gives us a point. Well, in this case, it automatically went to Unrelenting Force, which is a shout in itself. But normally, when you kill a dragon and absorb their soul, you get a dragon soul, which is indicated by the counter at the bottom right corner of the screen. and you can spend these points on learning the word of power, like actually learning it. So let's say that point didn't go to Unrelenting Force. I could have used it. I could have spent it on Fire Breath, and yeah, you pretty much use the shouts using the R2 trigger, and it takes a bit of time to cool down. Like Fire Breath takes 30 seconds to recharge, and Unrelenting Force, the first level, only takes 15 seconds to recharge. But yeah, that's all the shouts are. It's just that you shouting the word dragons in the dragon's language, and supernatural effects happen. Unrelenting Force is a shout that actually causes the foe to stumble a little bit, and as you learn more words, the shouts get more powerful. For each shout, there are 3 words, and the more words you have, the stronger the shout gets. So Unrelenting Force will have another 2 words to it, and it goes from stumbling the foe to actually pushing them away. So yeah, that's one way. That's one dragon shout. And Fire Breath, there's several other shouts that you can learn, and a bunch of words that you can learn to make them stronger. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of dragon shouts. And let me
Talking about.
That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn. Those born with the dragon blood in them, like old Tiber Septim himself.
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power. You must be one.
What do you say, Irleth? You're being awfully quiet. Come on, Irleth. Tell us. Do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them. But I don't need some mythical dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecar. You ain't a Nord.
I've been all across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
If you really are Dragonborn, like out of the old tales, you ought to be able to shout. Can you?
I will make believers out of all of you. Oh, that's right. I need to equip it. That's kind of embarrassing. Shouts. Unrelenting Force.
That was shouting. What you just did. Must be. You really are Dragonborn then.
Alright. Well. So I fulfilled my promise. We fought our first dragon. Absorbed our first dragon soul. And I guess I'll end it here. So, as always, like if you liked the video, comment if you have any suggestions or advice that you want to give me, or if you have a game that you want to see me play, and subscribe, because it'll keep you updated on the things that I do, such as uploading and other videos that I like. I tend to watch some shows that you might find interesting if you find this interesting. So be sure to subscribe, comment, and like, and I'll catch you guys later.